Nebraska, live from the Nebraska State Fair.
We're having a little fun earlier today, going down the slide. Thanks to Colleen for actually taking the long trek up the stairs.
You know, I'm afraid of heights. And I said, oh, I can do that one. I feel like I had done it with my kids a while ago, but then we got about halfway up, and I started to look down. I'm like, that's a really high slide.
It is a long ways up there. Thanks to our premier sponsor, Cooperative Producers Incorporated, for night number 2 here at the Nebraska State Fair, live from the south end of Fauna Park campus. Colleen, Dave, we got a lot coming your way this evening, but first and foremost, we got to get into the competitive mode.
Oh, okay. That's true, because you just beat me on the slide, too.
Well, I beat you on the slide. I don't know if that was fair or not, because my waist.
Oh, you just even your legs being outstretched.
I paid the guy to put a little bit more of that.
He had that spray
on my lane, so I wanted to make sure that I got a victory at some point, because there's going to be plenty of losses for me later on.
Keep watching.
Yes. As far as competition between the two of us, night number 1 was the balloon.
That got close.
I got 3 for 3. You were 2 for 3.
Just barely nicked one balloon that put me out of contention.
Round 2 was really slow, but it picked up quick.
Here we go. What are we playing? What are we doing?
Shoot up the star.
Shoot up the star.
Yes, ma'am. 100 shots in the gun. You got to remove the whole star to win. Okay, no right left. It goes like that.
How hard is this?
It's a tricky one.
It's pretty tricky.
You got to be patient.
Okay.
They shoot full auto, so you don't want to hold the trigger down. You just want to tap a little bit at a time.
Boy, they do come fast. I want to get all traces of the star gone.
Wow. Oh, I think you got it.
Okay.
I think you got it.
I think there's, well, we'll see. It's not bad.
That's what we're going to check it out. Wow.
Okay. Okay.
That was really good.
Game on.
Because I won this last year. I didn't think she had a chance at first. But boy, she tightened up that shot. Almost got all that star. I think that's going to be tough to beat.
Okay. Give it a go. Pretty good. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, we'll have to.
Heights will never get me free. A little bit less. Give you one more BB.
Yep.
One BB. Very good.
Barely.
Okay, well, you're the official judge here, so who's the winner?
Dave, but just barely.
Not by much.
Not by much.
It's like
Just like the last game.
You don't blow that thing out of there.
I mean,
Just barely.
you almost needed a magnifying glass to see the
Really
difference.
close. It's so tough because you have to shoot around the star.
Yeah.
To get the star all the way out. And neither one of us fully did that. And we just taking our time, trying to be real coordinated.
That was
So
good
little
camera work.
BBs, yeah, it was great. Michael Chapman on the
Trigger finger
Yes.
tight shots.
Real tight shot. That's good stuff, Michael. Hey, we've got a lot more to come in with losses.
Oh,
Backing up.
for me?
For me.
Oh, in that department. You're right. Find out more.
Yeah, we'll see you in a little bit.
Local than where you work and where you live. Here at CPI, we're more than just an ag cooperative. We're your partner in the field and in your local community. We strive to provide farmer-first customer service every day in our grain, agronomy, energy, and feed divisions. By investing in our communities, we're supporting our customers, employees, and the future of the ag industry right here in Central Nebraska. CPI, making local matter.
Step into the story of the past at Stir Museum, where history, culture, and community come together. Explore engaging exhibits, experience the spirit of the 1890s in Railroad Town, and learn about the people who shaped this region over time. From powerful history to compelling art,
and so is this. News Channel Nebraska's mission is to connect everyone in Nebraska, urban and rural. Because when people in Palisade understand what happens in Grand Island, and when people in Scotts Bluff get to share their story with the people of Niobrara, we become one Nebraska. This is Nebraska, and this is home.
Step into the story of the past at Stir Museum, where history, culture, and community come together. Explore engaging exhibits, experience the spirit of the 1890s in Railroad Town, and learn about the people who shaped this region over time. From powerful history to compelling art, every visit connects you to something bigger. Stir Museum. Your story is our history.
The point of broadcasting from the Nebraska State Fair is to bring the fair to you at home. Introducing the piano. But in the summertime, when it's fair season, we come out and visit all the fairs.
What's been your favorite fair? Besides Nebraska.
Nebraska. Nebraska's number 1 and number 2. Number 3. There we go.
What's your favorite song and or you most requested song?
Good question.
Requested song? Probably Piano Man, of course.
Sure,
You know?
yeah.
Of course it is. Sure. But I like all the songs. That's the way I do.
I would say we should play Piano Man, but I'm afraid we might get litigious of that one. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard the stories. I don't know.
I have nothing. I signed nothing.
I thought it was Metallica that was really clamping down. But
We play a lot of country music here in Nebraska.
Is that right? Yeah. What's the most requested country song?
Just the regular ones. President of Places.
yeah. Can we get your name and tell us where you're from?
My name is Ray McGee. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, but I've been in Orlando, Florida for 30 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Why don't you play us
Play us out.
Our State Fair forecast sponsor, that is the Museum of Nebraska Art. We are seeing a pretty merry Monday out there. Hope you folks in State Fairland are staying warm. Tonight dropping down into the 60s and 70s, I should say staying cool, because staying warm this week really is not a problem. In fact, today is probably the coolest day of the week, and we're going to be seeing quite a pattern here with storms just about every night all across Nebraska, and that includes tonight with showers and storms all across the state. Not expecting anything too severe or even really that strong, but it certainly isn't out of the realm of possibility. But get ready for more just about every night this week. As we look at your Tuesday, yeah, in that State Fair area, boy, is it heating up big time. Mid-90s, although southeast really going to be the hottest spots of the state. Tomorrow, anyway, we'll all be feeling the burn by the time the week is over, but temperatures close to 100 for tomorrow. And for the storms, yeah, more of them all across the state for your Tuesday as well. Again, expect that rinse and repeat pattern all week long. Quick look at your extended forecast. We'll see mid to upper 90s once we get into Thursday for the northeast, and it's going to stay that way again with on and off storms for the next several days. Southeast staying hot all week long, up around 100 every day starting tomorrow all the way through Sunday. Central also warming up big time, mid to upper 90s for tomorrow all the way through the end of the weekend. We'll all start to feel a little bit of relief, a few degrees by the time we get into Monday. Northwest, ironically, one of the coolest spots of the state. It's usually the hottest, or at least right up there. Low 90s for most of the week after a nice cool start with Monday and Tuesday. But Southwest, yes, also feeling the heat, mid to upper 90s all the way through Sunday before a little relief on Monday. Back to Colleen and Dave at the State Fair.
I'd say it's probably a good time to be inside. Considering the temperatures are coming our way soon enough.
Is that an option?
But not for us, not right now. It is for you, not right now. Andrew Donahue, he's the executive director for Mona. Andrew, it's a great place. We've got a new building, or maybe a renovated building, or an expanded building for the state collection.
Yes,
really neat.
The official art collection of the state of Nebraska. So we're coming up on the 50th anniversary of that designation. 1979 was the year that a group of artists and professors at UNK, the University of Nebraska Kearney, then Kearney State, decided to collect artwork and pieces that would represent art of Nebraska. And this is the 50th anniversary of that collection. We've celebrated now 1 year in May of officially being in our new museum.
Oh, is that right?
So a complete renovation and expansion of the facility, a 28,000 square foot addition, 4 new galleries, and amazing artworks showcasing and highlighting the arts and culture of the state of Nebraska.
How do you get people who may think, oh, a museum, I don't know much about art, maybe they're intimidated to go, but I feel like everything is just so welcoming.
Absolutely.
You guys have really done an amazing job.
Well, and the culture and the community really is a very welcoming community of the arts, and there's opportunities not just to wander through and look at things and have that kind of critical eye of artworks, but there's opportunities for kids to create.
Yeah.
There's creative spaces, there's educational programs, there's all kinds of chances for people to see so much more and to take part and really make art when they visit.
And everywhere you look up and there's beautiful things hanging from the ceiling. You look here and it's
a gorgeous space,
yes.
And it's something really the whole state should be proud of.
How did you get the state designation?
And
retain it for so many years.
Yeah, that was a lot of work that was done in legislation, making that pass, and the belief of the state that this was an important thing for the community. And our hope is to do a rededication here in the 50th anniversary. It's kind of that ongoing designation as such. It's not something we have to re-up necessarily, but it's something that we do want to celebrate in the 50 years here.
one of my favorite things. I got to go down into the basement where you store all the artwork not on display, and I was expecting like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, like just boxes and crates and crates. It's ingenious, and it's open for the public to get this behind-the-scenes look.
Yes, we call that our visible storage facility.
Visible storage.
There's glass floor to ceiling. People can see right into the collection.
Dave.
It's really beautiful. Yeah.
Where are you located? What is the hours that you open? What is the cost to get in?
Indeed, we're in Kearney, Nebraska, right in the heart of the bricks in downtown at 2401 Central Avenue. Our admission is free, thanks to the Julie Morseman Shorty Foundation and a generous gift that allows us to stay admission-free. We are closed on Mondays, open 10 to 5, Tuesdays through Saturdays, and Sundays from noon until 5.
It's free.
Yeah.
There we go. Andrew Donahue with Mona, the executive director. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for being a part of this production as we go out through the week here at the Nebraska State Fair on News Channel Nebraska.
Is an easy way to lower your carbon footprint by reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 47%. E15 is cleaner burning, saves drivers up to 10 cents per gallon, and can be used in vehicles 2001 and newer. Ethanol, made from locally grown field corn, is a non-toxic life-sustaining booster. Mixed with gas, it displaces chemicals that cause heart disease, respiratory issues, cancer, and even death. Visit fuelbynebraska.com to find ethanol near you.
Elections are right around the corner. If you want to make sure your voice is heard, it's more important than ever to know when, where, and how to vote. That's why AARP has the latest information on key voting deadlines, how to register, and where to vote. Stay informed so you can make your voice heard in the upcoming election. Log on to learn more.
One of the services that I offer that is new to the area is that of a hip preservation program. So that involves a hip arthroscopy. The small surgery just involves a few poke holes. And with this, I can treat some pathologies such as labral tears as well as hip impingement. I also offer typical joint replacements as well as treating athletic type injuries as well. I am Dr. Eric Heidman, and I'm a proud member of the team at Hastings Orthopedics and Mary Lanning Healthcare.
And a big thank you to our presenting sponsor, Grand Island Expo, helping us go live here from the Nebraska State Fair on Nebraska. Nothing more Nebraska at the Nebraska State Fair than agriculture.
That's right.
Vaughn Stevens, the ag director here at the Nebraska State Fair. Man, how do we get this many animals, this many people, this many trailers onto this vicinity and do so successfully year in and year out?
It takes a team. It definitely takes a big group of people that can work together, that can communicate. And exhibitors, they want to get in here. Everybody wants to get in at the same time. So we strive for exhibitor experience. That's the reason why I believe our numbers are growing, because we do strive for that. Getting people in, not sitting in their trucks too long, and getting their trailers back out to the lot. As you probably heard, our numbers are up 8% across the board for just all livestock, and 4-H alone was 14%. So within the cattle barn, we had 100 more entries. So we had to put all our rock bottoms in and really fill that barn up. It was maxed out cattle barn this year. So since I've been here, it's the largest.
You're a man on call. You probably never get a moment off during the State Fair. When we talk about world-class facilities, people come from all over the country, don't they, to participate in activities here?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously being in the center of the country, Grand Island, Nebraska, helps because people come from all four corners of the United States to come and visit. It's better if you lived in Florida, you're not going to drive clear across to Washington. Grand Island's a little more appealing. Actually, speaking of Florida, we have a trailer coming in tonight that's from Florida. So we have exhibitors that come from all over as well. And yeah, these facilities, talking to other people across the nation, these facilities are looked up to, and they look for ways to copy it as well too, because exhibitors like what these facilities have to offer.
And with that comes a lot of pressure on you and on the staff to live up to those expectations, because these buildings are beautiful, this facility is beautiful, but now they want a beautiful experience like you said. And you guys are living up to that.
Yeah, we're trying our very best.
Sure.
Not 100% of the time, but we strive for it.
Right. All right. What's the most exciting thing people have to look forward to for the rest of the state fair in the ag department?
That's a good question.
Absolutely. So we have open class entries coming in this week. As I just mentioned, we have some dairy goods coming in from Florida. We'll have poultry that come in from Georgia and the South. We have 1,500 entries in just our poultry division. 4 years ago, we had 700.
Oh, wow.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. So and that word spread. So yeah, to look forward to, we have FFA coming up next weekend. So youth and education, obviously the state fair's mission statement has youth education in it. So
moms to give babies right on cue.
Yeah, a little bit of luck.
Definitely. Anything else we need to know about the ag?
No, I mean, we just invite everyone to come and see the barns and walk through and ask people questions. If anybody would like, I encourage anybody to ask questions because it's our duty as livestock exhibitors to answer and educate the public about what we do and where your food comes from.
Also, thanks.
Good to see ya.
Appreciate it. Stick around because you did some exploring yourself today.
I did. Let's take a look. And just when you thought you knew everything to do at the Nebraska State Fair, let me show you something you may not be that familiar with, but it's really cool. Okay, I have Renee here. People may not know what's going on at this exact booth. Why don't you tell us?
The Grand Island Tourism, we are offering free postcards. You choose a postcard, address it, which a lot of people, especially the young ones, don't know how, and then write a small note, we'll stamp it, and we'll mail it out for you. So everything is free, and as the slogan says, send a smile.
Renee, I'm coming over to get closer to you for a second. It is such a throwback to, days gone by almost sending a postcard.
We have some of today is the older Nebraskan day, and they're going, wow, I don't even remember the last time I sent a letter. So even they aren't even sending things. So
this is so great. So you're here at the fair. You can come inside. We're inside the Nebraska building.
Yes.
And all of this is free.
Yes, it is. They choose their own chart, and all they have to do is supply the address.
And I don't even think I know what a postage stamp costs anymore for a postcard. But it doesn't matter because you're paid
It's free. That's right.
Well, thank you so much. Is there a postcard that's been the top favorite?
Yes, there is the kind of representing the fair. It's the fair store.
Because even once upon a time, postcards are like $1 each. This is a nice little bonus for people.
It is. It's fun, and we've had all 50 states except for 3. Some of the smaller ones. We're still looking for people to say for Rhode Island. And we've also hit 18 countries.
I'll be darned.
And we will mail them to any country, anywhere in the world.
That's fabulous. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for being out here.
Today, we're with Stir Museum, and ironically enough, we want to thank our studio sponsors, Stir Museum, for helping us come live here from the Nebraska State Fair on News Channel Nebraska. That's a really cool concept that you can send a free postcard.
I agree.
Across the world.
And then we talk about how it brightens someone's day who's getting actually handwritten mail.
You know what's going to brighten my day?
I know what it is.
Our next segment.
Yes.
Because we're going to get the luxury to speak with Kent and Nikki. I'm sorry.
Kent's family.
Kent's family.
Kent's family is here.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's okay. It's okay. And
I was already thinking something else.
I know.
Kent and Nikki.
Well, give yourself some grace. This has been incredibly difficult.
It has been. It's recent. We're still getting through it.
And we will.
Kent's
family is here.
And all the members of the family.
And I see the grandkids. Yeah. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Cornhusker Auto Centers make this the summer event has been a huge success, but it is coming to an end. Don't miss out. New Chrysler Pacificas, now $8,000 off MSRP. Or returning lessees can lease a new Jeep Gladiator for only $499 per month. And new Ram 1500 Rebel Crew Cabs, now 18% below MSRP. Savings of over $13,500. And backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Grab your hot deal before summer fades away, along with these amazing offers. Hurry in today.
Nothing is more local than where you work and where you live. Here at CPI, we're more than just an ag cooperative. We're your partner in the field and in your local community. We strive to provide farmer-first customer service every day in our grain, agronomy, energy, and feed divisions. By investing in our communities, we're supporting our customers, employees, and the future of the ag industry right here in Central Nebraska. CPI, making local matter.
Step into the story of the past at Stir Museum, where history, culture, and community come together. Explore engaging exhibits, experience the spirit of the 1890s in Railroad Town, and learn about the people who shaped this region over time. From powerful history to compelling art, every visit connects you to something bigger. Stir Museum. Your story is our history.
This is Nebraska, and so is this. News Channel Nebraska's mission is to connect
joined, thankfully, and we are graced to be in your presence. It's Nikki and Chad. They are Kent's children. First and foremost, our sincere condolences. We see you guys since your passing, and our hearts have been with you every step of the way.
I think I'm portable. I'm coming over to give you guys a hug.
That's fair. If I wasn't so sweaty and gross, I would also be taking a hug.
We miss him so much, and just first of all, how are you guys? And how can you be? But just people want to know.
Doing okay. I don't know if we've totally grasped it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it still seems pretty unreal, for the most part, but just trying to stay busy and,
Right. We were prepared, but we weren't,
Yes.
We've talked about this already, but, we knew it was coming. We just didn't know when he got so, but he did it his way. He went out when he wanted to. I honestly believe that. He was ready.
So, optimistic and making jokes. Remember with the chemotherapy, with the light bulb and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Humor.
It was. And even towards the end, he was still doing the weather. Tuesday we went into the hospital and, and he was joking in the hospital when we were there and, being our dad,
Yeah, it just changed real fast, but he even was squeezing his rubber chicken in hospice at me and Mercy when he was annoyed with our conversation.
When he was annoyed, nobody liked the chicken.
Yeah, I'm sure he told you that he got banned from the chicken.
Mercy's sister got him a big one, a big pink one. So that's what he had. She's like, in case you fall out of the bed or something, she's like, squeeze the chicken. So
He told me he was going to bring a new chicken into the mix, but then there's something with the green screen that wasn't going to work out.
All it took was for him to know someone in management that liked the chicken, then it was all about the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
someone broke the seal.
I say, on a scale of 1 to 10, you guys being live on TV, it's probably like a 0 of what you want to be doing. You're doing such a good job. I want to recognize that.
This was our dad's world.
Yeah, right.
It really wasn't ours.
Yeah.
It never has been, but, our dad obviously loved it. And, we're willing to do this for him.
I think people are grieving. People across the state feel like they've lost someone.
How much I enjoyed him, how great he was to watch the weather. We had a wonderful presentation, and the funeral was also lovely. And then we had a dedication to the bench on Saturday. I know you weren't able to make it; you were out of town, but it was a nice experience to be able to see people once again coming together for your father. And then to have the bench that close to your mom's tree. What's this going to mean to you guys?
We already go and sit on all the time. I don't live very far away. Sometimes I bring the dogs over and stuff. It'll be really cool.
Yeah. On one hand, I wonder if you were surprised by the outpouring. I mean, almost every TV station had coverage on his passing, but then you kind of aren't surprised, but then to see it happen, it was touching.
There's a lot of cool stuff out there too, and stuff that we can look back on, which is really nice.
Well, Kent meant a lot to us in Channel Nebraska, and he was only with us for a little over a year. But that time, for me especially, to be able to rekindle our working relationship, even though it was separated by mileage, it's still great to have Kent working. And he impressed everybody at NCN as well. So we have joined the efforts to try to get more money into the scholarship fund for Nebraska State Parks. And I want you guys to be able to look at that camera monitor. We got this up right now. This is going to go out on social media, and it's on the airwaves as we speak. Donating in Kent's name to Nebraska State Parks to try to get that scholarship.
That'll keep it going longer.
And his love for the outdoors.
And educating the next generation, right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Generation after generation. I mean, that's awesome. That's
Do
incredible.
your kids hunt too? I had
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Where do you think they got that from?
Actually, my youngest daughter, Lauren, she got her first turkey this year. And, she's 7, and Avery shot, I think, 4 now. So she's the pro at it now. So.
That's great. Thank you. I want to say too. Thank you, everybody, all the cards and all the well wishes and all the cool
Now I'm joined here with Senator Pete Ricketts. A lot of information shared here at the State Fair with Secretary Rollins. Can you kind of just tell me a couple of the big takeaways that Nebraskans take away from this?
Well, first of all, it was just kind of a high-level overview of the things we've been doing for Nebraska families here, putting more money back in their pockets by cutting their taxes, things like no tax on tips and no tax on overtime, and also the tax cuts for seniors. But also what we did for agriculture and getting rid of the death tax exemption and updating reference pricing. But we got more work to do to pass the farm bill. And then we also had Secretary Rollins talking about some of the things we're doing to be able to expand the size of the beef herd. Some of the things they've done, like fighting the New World screwworm or opening up federal lands to grazing. But we also got into some of the issues that we disagree with, like the 300,000 tons of metric beef that are coming in from foreign sources, and how that's really a short-term solution, not a long-term solution. It makes it more difficult for our ranchers to expand their herd. So it was really a good dialogue back and forth, and I thought it was great for the crowd to be able to hear directly from the administration about these policies that impact agriculture.
And now just to piggyback on something that you mentioned was the imports of external beef. You've been outspoken about it. What have you heard from Nebraska farmers on as far as how that could impact their operation?
Well, one of the challenges is right now ranchers are thinking about next year whether or not they're going to retrain their heifers, right? And when you introduce something like this policy, which is short term, it disrupts the marketplace. It makes it more difficult to plan for next year. And of course, you're bringing in foreign beef, which is really kind of undercutting our market here in the United States. So ranchers really what they want is a stable market to be able to make sure they can plan. And that's what we're really going to be sending back to the president through Secretary Rollins, is looking for those long-term solutions, many of which the administration has done. And some of the announcements that they made today will help, like the programs that allow our ranchers to be basically insure their heifers for 2 years and make sure they don't lose any money on them if they decide to keep them.
And now last question for you. The debate tomorrow with Dan Osborne, what are you hoping to convey in your message and in consideration with your opposition?
Well, I'm going to be talking about how I've been delivering for Nebraskans for 12 years, helping make sure we put more money back in their pockets, how we delivered the record amount of tax relief up until that point when I was governor, and also kept people safe with investments in law enforcement. And, of course, when Joe Biden opened the southern border, I sent the Nebraska State Patrol in there to help deal with the flood of illegal immigrants, to help keep people safe here in Nebraska. So we'll be talking about those issues and then contrasting with my opponent, Democrat Dan Osborne, who will say anything to get elected. He goes on national TV and says he aligns with all the Democrats, and then comes back here to Nebraska and tells Nebraskans that he actually doesn't agree with the Democrats on all sorts of issues, for example, like boys and girls sports. In fact, we just got a commercial up now where he and him on tape telling his supporters why he can't come out publicly and say where he stands on things like boys. He wants boys to play girls sports, but he can't say that publicly because he won't get elected here in Nebraska.
Awesome. Thank you, Senator Ricketts, for your time.
Thank you very much, and thanks to our State Fair forecast sponsor, the Museum of Nebraska Art. Tonight, dropping down into the 60s across most of the state. We'll see low 70s in the southeast corner, which is going to be one of the warmest parts of Nebraska over the next several days. We'll all be feeling the burn pretty soon. We'll be feeling lots of showers and storms just about every night, kind of a rinse and repeat pattern throughout the week, with the storms rinsing us at night and then the heat rising through the day, and then we do it all over again. But yeah, showers and storms across Nebraska tonight. Possibility of a few stronger, severe ones here and there. Find ways to stay notified. The southern part of the state really feeling the heat tomorrow, with mid to upper 90s all across that area. 80s for most of the north. The northeast can be seeing upper 80s to low 90s. Again, more storms all across Nebraska tomorrow as well. As we look at your extended forecast quickly, the northeast can be seeing, again, those on and off showers for the next few days, and then heat staying in the mid to upper 90s all the way through the end of the weekend before we get some relief next week. Southeast going to be right up around 100 for about 5 or 6 straight days all the way through Sunday, and then we all start to feel a few degrees of relief next Monday. Central also seeing a nice hot week there. In fact, triple digits to round out the weekend on Sunday before things start to cool down just a skosh on Monday. Northwest, normally one of the hottest parts of the state, it's going to be one of the cool zones as we look at only low 90s all the way through next week. So enjoy. It really should just be a nice little transition into September. The rest of us, it's still going to be feeling
thank you to our premier sponsor, Cooperative Producers Incorporated, for allowing us to be here at the Nebraska State Fair live on News Channel Nebraska. These are voices you will certainly recognize. The faces may not be quite as familiar. It is Murphy and Tim from Murphy in the Morning, 98.9 The Vibe.
The number one show in the
number one
morning.
rated station, the number one show. They are our favorites.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank
After
you.
Doug.
Thank you.
After Doug, of course.
He
As far
paid
as
you
radio
to say
goes.
that. Okay.
He did. And in fact, I'm still waiting on my check.
There's a lot of talent in the mornings here in Central Nebraska on the radio.
There is.
You guys are our talents that we love, and we just saw it a couple days ago in the station when a gal came in and she said, I listen to them every single morning. She brought cookies as a thank you for winning a prize. I mean, it's something special. That's a relationship you guys have with the listeners.
It really is. You know, it's something that we've been building over the years, and it is a relationship that we cherish. We love the fact that our fans, our listeners, they come up and talk to us just randomly, and just that interaction, that's something that we just absolutely crave and love, and we consider them part of the show.
Yeah, we're lucky to have all the listeners, all the fans. It's my favorite part, getting to meet everybody and getting to know them. We love all of it. We love the games. We love some great prizes that we've been able to give away as well. And of course, playing $1,000 Minute every day.
Ooh. I've heard of this.
I've heard of this. Okay, are you guys
I heard
ready?
that we might be on the clock.
We've got some special questions for you guys.
Okay,
all right,
we do.
we're ready.
We won't set a clock, but it's just for fun. Have fun with it, okay? Here.
Yes, I've got that. Tim is actually the one that creates the questions on every single one of our tests. Okay. All I do is grade them with color.
Grade them. Oh, good.
So I'm going to, without further ado, if you're ready, you have 60 seconds for 10 questions.
We're just blurting out the answer.
And the timer's on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Finish this year's State Fair motto. It all happens blank.
Here.
The song is Get Down Tonight. The band played here this afternoon.
Band.
True or false? Nebraska was admitted as the 37th state in the United States, March 1st, 1867.
I think that's false, but I don't know.
What legendary University of Nebraska football coach won 3
Devaney.
No,
championships?
Tom Osborne.
What is the
Oh, it
Nebraska state tree?
Oh.
You can pass.
I know.
Pass.
Okay, this famous drink was invented by Edward Perkins in Hastings. Nebraska's state fish is the channel species of what seemingly whiskered fish?
Catfish.
Oh, yeah.
Held at Fauner Park in Grand Island since moving permanently in 2010. Where was it held from 1869 until? The State Fair proudly represents all the counties in Nebraska. Are there more or less than 85 counties?
More.
93, stop.
We know that one.
On August 31st, 2023, with a crowd of 92,003 at Lincoln Memorial's Stadium.
Volleyball Day in Nebraska.
What sport was it?
Volleyball.
There you go. Look at that. I don't know if we made it in 60 seconds or not, but that was impressive.
What's the tree?
The 1867, that's false.
That's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Says right there. We're coming up on an anniversary. Oh my gosh.
Good job, you guys. Good job.
Okay.
We don't have any cash for you,
1867 was a long time ago. She said true, so we're good, right?
You covered it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of fun we have every single day with our listeners.
Every day at 7:40,
Cottonwood.
we play
The
$1,000.
cottonwood is the Nebraska State fruit.
I just learned Nebraska has a state soil. It's Holdridge.
Really?
You're learning a lot.
I learned it at Raising Nebraska.
That is the amazing part about the fair.
Yeah.
You get to learn all these little things.
Exactly.
You know what else is amazing?
Food.
Food.
Will you guys stay? Can you stay? Don't go.
Glad to sit through.
Well, stick around. But first, we have to talk about tomorrow's debate between Senator Pete Ricketts and independent candidate Dan Osborne with one of the panelists. You know her face. She's on News Channel Nebraska all the time. It is NCN's Casey Wannenberg. Casey, you are one of the 4 panelists for this debate happening tomorrow night from 6 to 7 o'clock right here on News Channel Nebraska, featuring Senator Pete Ricketts and independent candidate Dan Osborne. Why is this such an important thing to be happening in Nebraska, especially at this juncture?
Yeah, this debate could be really exciting and important. You know, a lot of people across Nebraska want to know how these candidates feel on different issues. Of course, polling shows this race could be extremely tight, and across the nation, they're saying that some seats could be flipped. So yeah, we've been gathering as a group. You know, it's interesting because there are 4 of us who are going to be panelists, and we're all 4 from different media organizations. We have Flatwater Free Press, Nebraska Examiner, Omaha World Herald, and then of course me from News Channel Nebraska. And we've actually been spending quite a bit of time together as a group, coming up with ideas, floating around different questions, and talking about what issues we think are important to Nebraskans.
Well, you're up in northern Nebraska, so what issues have you heard that are more pressing up in your area?
Yeah, a lot of talk about agriculture, the beef imports, you know, that's creating a lot of headlines. But it's great to have this different group of journalists because the issues, of course, that are important in my neck of the woods and the Sandhills and the Panhandle can be very different from those in the cities. So we've been, you know, tossing around all sorts of different questions. Of course, rural healthcare is a big issue, but so is healthcare in the cities. How different healthcare cuts could be impacting people.
I'm an important believer in sharing your thoughts on the things that matter to all of us, rather than just relying on the letter next to your name, because I think half the country, 46% of the country, picks based on the letter next to somebody's name. So when you actually have to put your values out there and your beliefs, I think that's an important part of the political process that we have in America. And so I, am very excited about this debate. What is your thought process on the debate itself?
Like I said, we've been spending a lot of time too, going over questions. And, you know, sometimes you come up with these questions and you think the candidates will just have a canned answer, right? They're going to be talking themselves out of this. And so we've talked about our ideas for questions. And is this going to be a question where they're just going to have some canned answer? And trying to avoid those questions. So really excited to hear what they have to say on all of these important topics, and a big time across the country too, because we have a number of issues that are dividing the country, and it'll be interesting to see what these candidates have to say about it. And hopefully your job isn't too hard tomorrow.
I will not be afraid to hit the buzzer if necessary, to cut people off at the time limit, because that is my responsibility. And gosh darn it, I'm going to take my responsibility seriously. You guys are as well. You guys are vetting the questions. I really appreciate that, because this gives us the opportunity to showcase what we are doing impartially, doing the right things, to ask the right questions that matter to Nebraskans. Let's end with this. What are your expectations for the debate?
Well, first, can I say I'm in rural Nebraska, and I think there's a fly that just came across the screen. But my expectations for the debate, I think that Nebraskans are going to hear about issues that they're really concerned about, and hopefully not going to hear those canned answers like we were talking about, you know, to find out how they really sit on these really important topics. So I would encourage, you know, everyone to tune in. Like you said, it's airing on News Channel Nebraska on TV. It's also airing on all of our radio platforms. You can stream it free on the NCN app and the website. And then it's also available on all of NCN's social media platforms. As you mentioned, it's from 6 to 7 at the Nebraska State Fair tomorrow at Big Iron Event Center. You can come there in person if you're able to. This free, but you're going to have to pay to get into the fair, which is a special ticket price tomorrow, $2.50. Seating is limited to 200 members of the public, though. So if you are planning on attending, you might want to get there early.
And you're going to be here. We're looking forward to that, too. NCN's Casey Wannenberg. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
It is a favorite segment here at the Nebraska State Fair. We have to thank Mary Lanning Healthcare, the Nebraska Ethanol Board, and Renewable Fuels of Nebraska. It's the favorite because
it's
trying food.
The food of the fair.
And this might be the most recognizable food at the Nebraska State Fair because of the name.
It's the Banana Man.
Yes.
Here to bring us some things to sample.
It's very recognizable on the fried food. The Oreo, the Twinkies, the oatmeal cookie. The bananas are new this year. I've done the chocolate bananas for 40 years.
Okay.
But this is a strawberry shortcake. This is salt and caramel chocolatey clear and sprinkles, and they've become very popular.
Wow.
You don't say.
It's just a frozen banana on a hot day like this.
Exactly.
You feel like you're eating healthy, too.
Exactly. I think you guys ought to try them.
Well, we're going to.
Yeah, what should we start with first?
You guys go ahead and dig in there. I've got a real question that needs an answer. Do you prefer to go by Jim or Banana Man?
I go by both.
What do you prefer?
I don't care.
As long as they're saying something to you.
Exactly.
Tell
Good
people,
for you.
Tell people where you're located.
We're down in pod 3 on the front row. We're next to the seafood stand, and Fair Food winner is behind me, so I have to wonder how I'm going to get a belt someday.
We had him on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a nice little 1-2 combo.
That is a wonderful pod to be in because there's a lot of recognizable people in there.
You get a nice little meal there, and then you get a great dessert at your stop.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. They eat their dinner, and they come for dessert.
I love that after all these decades, you're still trying new things, pushing the envelope, seeing what it brings people joy.
You have to try something new every year because people are, they're looking for something different.
Yeah.
Sure. When did you get the idea to freeze a banana and dip it in chocolate?
I'm going to go for one of the bananas.
That's an oatmeal.
Aren't you guys? Oh,
my God. That's so fun.
Can I try on the? Oh.
Uh-oh.
I just want to try like down here. Is that okay?
Go for it. I know, right?
Y'all are making me jealous. I'm going strawberry shortcake.
This is.
That's fantastic.
It's better than the Oreo.
Yeah, by far, I think it's the best thing I've ever had.
We'll get it. Yeah, you think it's one of the best things you've ever had?
At the very end. That is fantastic.
This is good, yeah. How'd you get the idea to put that in some batter and?
I just came up with a creative storm one night.
Man.
I want to know what ideas you tried that you didn't do.
That's a
He's
good
asking
question.
what have been some failed attempts at frying?
I normally don't fail too much because I can tell before I fry it if it's going to be good or not. I bet.
Oh,
you're going to love that.
The banana's got a different texture than you're accustomed to typically.
Right. Well, the banana is healthy.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying what the texture, you have to just be used to it.
Exactly.
This is incredible.
Twinkie, nobody been into the Twinkie.
I'm getting there, but we're going to check out the weather first before I dive into this sucker. Michael Anthony, you're up.
Thank you very much, and thanks to our State Fair forecast sponsor, Museum of Nebraska Art. Pretty consistent weather all week long if you like showers and storms at night and rising heat in the day. But once it rises, it's going to stay pretty much where it will be tomorrow and or Wednesday all the way through the rest of the week. Tonight, lows in the 60s with the exception of the southeast seeing low 70s. We are going to be seeing showers and storms all across the state tonight with a possibility of some strong to severe weather. Always find ways to stay notified and stay alert because there really isn't any consistent forecast model that shows when and where that's going to happen, but it is a possibility. Your tomorrow's highs starting to heat up across that southern half of Nebraska with mid to upper 90s. Hot spot going to be right in the capital city, close to 100 tomorrow. 80s for most of the north, a little bit warmer in the northeast. And yes, more showers and storms blanketing the whole state tomorrow. Again, a possibility of some strong or severe ones as well. Quick look at your extended forecast. The northeast going to be seeing those on and off showers and storms Tuesday through Thursday. Well, tonight through Thursday, we should say. And then it really starts to heat up mid to upper 90s through the weekend. Things will start to cool off a bit on Monday. Southeast, at least it's consistent, staying right up around 100 tomorrow all the way through the end of the weekend and then heading back down into the second full, or I guess technically the first full week of September. Pretty close to a full week of the new month this week. Central, yep, once again, you're seeing a few showers and storms to start the week, and then mid to upper 90s, and then triple digits on Sunday to round out the weekend before we start to cool down a skosh on Monday. And the Northwest, yeah, usually one of the coolest spots, or hottest spots in this day, I should say. It's one of the cool zones this week, only low 90s after a nice cool start to the week. Southwest, yeah, I'm afraid you're feeling the burn there, right up around 100. Back to you, Colleen and Dave.
Still working over here. Still working. And yes, we've got more.
This is amazing.
for later. You're looking for a good dessert. The Banana
Man
is the spot to go. Hey, we have to say thanks to CPI for being our premier sponsor for 2 years running. And I got a chance to catch up with CEO Gary Brandt earlier today. We're here with our premier sponsor, Cooperative Producers Incorporated, and this is the CEO, Gary Brandt. Gary, thanks for the time.
Oh, happy to be here. This is a great day.
It does not feel like a great day because of the heat. It doesn't feel like it's almost harvest time, and yet here we are, end of August, getting into it.
Yeah. Well, we've had all those rains in most places, and you followed up with this heat. Any corn that's left to grow is going to grow, right? And the bean pod should fill up as they use up this moisture. Maybe a little hotter than we want it to be, but I think harvest is going to be a good one this year.
How would you compare it to last year?
Last year was a record harvest. I'm not sure we're going to get that same thing this year because some of the areas south and of course southwest of us are pretty dry. But for the most part, through CPI's territory, we're going to have some good harvests, had some good take. And on top of that, we're carrying some grain into harvest because of what the markets are doing. So it's going to be a busy, busy time for us this harvest.
How are producers feeling? What are they saying to you as far as their expectations?
Well, these poor folks, they ride a roller coaster, right? And here we are. Prices just jumped up. So all of a sudden, corn could maybe be $5. Beans had a big run up. And at the same time, fertilizer prices haven't gotten any better, but they haven't gotten any worse considering what's going on overseas. So I'd say the attitude generally is more positive now about their ability to make it all work and tie out than it has been for probably 4, 5, 6 months.
CPI's fiscal year just came to a close. What does this mean for members as they start to look at their books?
Well, so the thing that a co-op does more than anything else is we give our money back to the farmers, right? So 2 years ago, we gave 100% of our local profits back. Last year, we gave 100% of our local profits back. And this year, we're going to give back a portion, about $7.2 million back to the farmers. So over the course of 3 years, we've given about $21 million straight back to the farm in the form of cash and equity. And it's not everything, but it's the least we can do to get them back into place.
Not only are you giving the money back, you're also investing in the future of CPI, facilities, operations. What does this look like for the future of CPI?
Well, yeah, so it's two parts. We take some of our money, give it back to the farmer. The rest we use to build things that the farmer needs. So we're building a brand new 2 million bushel building in Red Cloud, along with some bunkers to increase our speed and space. We bought the Roseland and Bladen elevators from CHS a year ago, and we're building bunkers in so many other locations, especially our Hastings location. We're putting in like a 1.8 million bushel bunker because we want our farmers to deliver all 5 commodities just as quickly as they possibly can, because that's what they want, that's what they need.
Gary Brandt, the CEO at CPI, we're wishing you guys the best of luck. How do you think I would fare against racing some pigs?
I think you are going to win. Pigs' legs are like really short. They don't stand a chance.
You'd like to think so. Stick around and we'll find out soon enough. Some munchins.
I'll tell you, I have had a lot of new foods that I've tried, but this is the first thing I'm going to finish. Every bite of it.
I don't blame you.
Banana Man, frozen banana.
I would have gotten into more of those, but I had to keep my stamina, keep my flexibility.
Right.
Because Big Versus is me running against...
The running of the bulls, the pigs.
The pigs. After this.
Step into the story of the past at Stir Museum, where history, culture, and community come together. Explore engaging exhibits, experience the spirit of the 1890s in Railroad Town, and learn about the people who shaped this region over time. From powerful history to compelling art, every visit connects you to something bigger. Stir Museum. Your story is our history.
Using ethanol is an easy way to lower your carbon footprint by reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 47%. E15 is cleaner burning, saves drivers up to 10 cents per gallon, and can be used in vehicles 2001 and newer. Ethanol, made from locally grown field corn, is a non-toxic, natural octane booster. Mixed with gas, it displaces chemicals that cause heart disease, respiratory issues, cancer, and even death. Visit fueledbynebraska.com to find ethanol near you.
Elections are right around the corner. If you want to make sure your voice is heard, it's more important than ever to know when, where, and how to vote. That's why AARP has the latest information on key voting deadlines, how to register, and where to vote. Stay informed so you can make your voice heard in the upcoming election. Log on to learn more.
One of the services that I offer that is new to the area is that of a hip preservation program. So that involves a hip arthroscopy. The small surgery just involves a few poke holes, and with this I can treat some pathology such as labral tears as well as hip impingement. I also offer typical joint replacements as well as treating athletic type injuries as well. I am Dr. Eric Heidemann, and I am a proud member of the team at Hastings Orthopedics and Mary Lanning Healthcare.
Thanks to Landmark Implement for providing us the gate. Colleen and I got to bounce around. It makes things a lot easier when you're trying to cover so
Oh
many
my
different things
goodness,
here at
yes.
Nebraska State Fair. It is a very large campus, so we are very pleased and fortunate that they're willing to provide this vehicle.
Not that we
for
don't
us.
have to walk off some calories,
Well,
but
we certainly have to do that.
the vehicle is wonderful.
It also allowed me to be a little bit more limber after this excursion. It was my first idea for
It
this.
was. It's what sold
was
us
the
on the
date versus
segment.
the fair.
Uh-huh.
And hey,
Hello.
let's go ahead and see this.
I miss live TV.
All right, we are here at Hedrick's Racing Pigs. We're on the south side of Fauna Park. They run a lot of horses out there. Now we got the pigs running out here. What better than me trying to race against the pigs' times? You know? Got to limber up a little bit.
Okay.
Make sure we're ready for this. Oh, that's the spot. Now here's the real caveat. I'm starting from in the starting gates.
You're too big.
I'm too big. We'll see how this goes. Come on, Colleen. And these are gonna probably catch my shoulders coming out, but I am ready to rock and roll. It's a little thin in here, Colleen. It's a little thin. This is all timed. Away we go. That's right. Get around the corner. Oh, baby. Here we go. And finish. My cookie. Just like the piggies. I got out of the gate slow. The rest of it, not bad. Do you think you can stack up to what I just did? I don't believe it.
Are you trash talking the
I'm
pigs?
trash talking the little guys. You got no chance, piggies. Oh, they know. And the way they, oh, wow, that's quick. That's quick. That's quick. Oh, we checked up. I might have gotten it, the little checkup at the finish line. That's going to be really close. That's going to be really close. You know, at first, I think getting out of the gate really hurt me, but I got the longer legs than those little pigs. There's a chance.
How do you think he did?
Well, he did good, but, you know, if he's going to hit the road with the racing pigs, he's going to have to, I don't think he worked out enough. He didn't loosen up enough. He should have done more squats, you know, and stuff like that. And, but, you know, maybe time will do it. Maybe in 2027 we come back and do it again.
A rematch, yes. Enter the loser game show sound here. 0 for 2 against the Nebraska State
You want to
Fair.
run with the pigs, you gotta be more limber.
I mean, I thought I had a chance, but coming out of that
That's
tiny
what,
chute.
and that was his idea, to
I
stick
know.
you in the gate.
Jay Hedrick, he's putting thoughts in.
He is a showman. I love that guy.
He's a showman. He's looking for the rematch next year.
Yeah.
He already called for it, so.
Are you up
got a
for
chance.
it?
I'm ready.
You're gonna start now? Working out?
I'll do something when it's necessary. We're out of time.
Oh no, we're not done talking.
We're out of time.
I still have more to eat.
We've got more food. We've got a lot more coming up from the Nebraska State Fair this week. Tomorrow night, it's going to be the debate versus Senator Pete Ricketts and independent candidate Dan Osborne. I'll be the moderator. Colleen's taking the day off. She'll be back here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for live coverage from the Nebraska State Fair.
We'll see you right here on NCN.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.
tourist attraction in Nebraska is now more accessible. News Channel Nebraska's Casey Wannenberg shows us the new all-terrain wheelchairs at the Smiths Falls State Park near Valentine.
Thousands of people head here to Smith Falls State Park every summer to take in